man, you just brought up nightmares right there with me. It's like the whole sister MC or sister company, and try this one. And it's like, man, if you can't provide proper documentation right away, it's not worth the risk. Like, it's not worth the risk. I don't even care if they're $500 cheaper than their next option. It's not worth the potential headache that will come about because, chances are their MC isn't even active, or there's something that's out there. Like, there's a reason why carriers reincarnate 4, 5, 6 times. Whether it's extensive claims, like freight guards, for example.
The freight guard reports and watchdog reports.
Pay attention to those. I mean, because I say that with this thought in mind, because there are a lot of brokers who post freight guard reports against carriers that are completely unwarranted. And you read them and you're like, dude, you just didn't do your job. Like, if you would have contacted them at all, like, why are you? My favorite one was freight guard report due to carrier not picking up our load, tendered load at 8 a.m., didn't call them back till 4 p.m. at pickup time. And they said, we're not doing your load anymore. Like, why did you wait 8 hours to reach out? And it's like, unfortunately, carriers can get a bad name from that if you don't actually like dig into them a little bit.
Yeah, no, I think you bring up a really good point, actually. The reports, the reports themselves are very subjective, and like how much you weigh them is also very subjective.
Yeah.
Like, a problem we had was you can't put a fine line on, well, if you have 3 reports in the past 6 months or a year, like, we're not going to use you, right? It's just not as easy as that. You have to actually go through and read the reports to see, well, was some broker just pissed?
Yep.
Right? Like, did you not pick up their load for a completely valid reason, and the broker's just pissed and put a freight guard report on you? I mean, like, that happens.
A lot.
Or on the flip side, they only have 1 report in the past 2 years, but it's something just atrocious.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's the worst thing I can think of.
Triple brokered, split up load, delivered on 3 trucks when loaded on 1.
Yeah, half of it ended up in Mexico. We had a claim for $75,000. They haven't paid anything. Their insurance company isn't answering, and they've gone dark. Right? Like,
exactly.
That's totally different.
Yeah.
And you see that, right?
Yeah, I know you do see that.
Like, you read some of those reports, you just sit there thinking to yourself, like, oh my God, this is a thing that can happen?
Yeah.
Apparently it is.
Exactly. So, like, those were the identifiers that I would look out for. Like, especially any time that there was a mention of somebody putting them on a rail or intermodal, putting it on the rail, I would never work with that carrier. I don't care if they said that person worked for, 3 years ago and that happened, because chances are that they just got caught that one time.
Yeah.
And then you really got to dive in deep to those, because there is a lot of, like you said it best, there are a lot of subjective freight guard reports, but there's a lot of them that give you a really telling tale of it. And that's one thing I love about Carrier 411 is they do have that notification. Could be this MC, could be that MC. Yeah. They'll tie every single one. So there's a paper trail for you to follow. So, and then and that's the thing is like, because their newest MC might be clean, but you pay attention to that, you dive into that freight guard, and then you find additional MCs, and then you see there's a pattern of stuff, and they're just reincarnated under different names. So.